Hey guys, it's Adam. It's Monday, so here is your minister's moment. Our life group is right now going through the story. It's an overview of the Bible. It was created several years ago, and it takes a quick trip through the Bible. It hits all the highlights. It's not a full Bible thing. It skips a lot of numbers. It skips Kings and Chronicles where stories are repeated and stuff like that. It's a great like bird's eye view of Scripture. And so last night at Life Group we were going over the Moses story, Moses in Egypt, the 10 plagues, the Exodus, that kind of thing. Familiar with the story, and it kind of got me thinking. Reminded me of a story from our childhood, or my kids' childhood more specifically, of the one time that we were actually able to go to Disney World. The girls were younger. Cadence was in a stroller, if that tells you anything. Addison and Danielle were probably about 8 and 6. And, they'd never really been to an amusement park or anything. And so we figure, it's day one, Disney World. They've never really been on any rides or anything. So let's start them off easy. We'll take them to the Magic Carpet ride. And so we get in line for the Magic Carpet ride. They like Aladdin. They've seen Aladdin. They love carpet and genie and all that. They're excited, we're going to ride on the Magic Carpet. Well, we get there and you can see the ride. I mean, it's not, a secret. It's not anything that is, inside of a building and it's mysterious and we don't know what's coming up. It's out in the open and you see these magic carpets and there's an arm and a pillar in the middle and they come down, everybody gets in, the ride starts, they kind of go really slowly around. It raises up a little bit, spins around and then comes back down and you get off, right? And that's the ride, that's it. So we get in line, and the girls are waiting in line, and they're watching the ride, and a little bit before it's our turn to get on, something happens. I'm still not entirely exactly sure what happens. I don't know if during the line somebody standing behind us whispered in our girls' ear that, after you get off of this ride, they cut off your legs with a really, dirty, dull saw with no anesthesia. It's terrible, horrible experience. Because the second we got, kind of close to getting on this ride, they started crying. And when I say they started crying, I mean, I'm really glad that smartphones are not, were not a thing at the time, because if they were, we would have had many videos of us in line with these girls crying and viral video. I mean, they were crying, bawling, "No, Daddy, no, Mommy, I don't want to go on the ride. It's terrible. I'm scared." Like wall-eyed fit, seriously thinking that they're going to get their legs cut off when they get off of this ride type of thing. And we're like, it's fine, relax. Look at all these other kids that are getting off of the ride, having a good old time. Their legs are not getting, no, this is going to be fun. It's going to be great. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. No, I don't want to. You're going. No, I don't want to. You're going. I don't want to. And long story short, they get on the ride. They go up and they come down and they get off and they're like, "Can we do it again? That was fun." And it's like, oh, I told you it was. Where did all that come from? And I thought of that story in the Exodus story because I can't help but think of, the Israelites. They got out of Egypt. They saw the pillar of fire during the day and pillar of fire at night, pillar of smoke during the day, and they follow this. They see all these great things, and the trek to the promised land is pretty rough. It's a long walk. They do all these things, but then they get there. And they see it, and it is before them, and it's beautiful land, milk and honey and fruit and all these good things. But then they see the people there, and they get scared. And the spies come back, and most of the spies are saying, the people were crickets in their eyes, and they're big and they're scary and they're terrifying. Oh no, we don't want to do it. It's scary. I don't want to. No, it's going to be great. No, I don't want it. It's scary. But Joshua and Caleb are like, look, God is with us. What is there to be afraid of? It's right there. It's ripe for the taking. What are we afraid of? We're in the wilderness right now. We are in, a rough time, a scary time. This is not what we're used to. This is a longer journey than we want it to be. But I do believe that God is leading us somewhere better than what we had before. We just have to trust Him that when we get there, right before we go into it, we don't freak out and get scared and say, no, I don't want to do that. We need to trust God that He's bringing us to a good place. Listen to the Joshuas. Listen to Joshua. Remember, in Hebrew, Joshua is actually pronounced Yeshua, which is where we get Jesus. Listen to Jesus when we get where God is taking us. Trust Him, lean on Him, follow Him into the promised land. Don't stand on the edge saying, no, I don't like it, I don't want it. Why can't we just have what we had before? Nothing's going to be the same as like we had it before after this. Trust Jesus, lean on Him, follow Him into this with big faith. And after the end of it, you may be like, hey, that was pretty good. What was I so afraid of? Follow in faith. Don't follow in fear. Love you guys. See you next time.